Hey everyone, this is Pig for Life, and today I'm going to do a review of the new Fan Style PH01, 02, and 03. Fan Style is a new third-party company, and their first entry into the market are these articulated hands for the Masterpiece Dachshunds. So MP17 Prowl, MP18 Streak, and MP19 Smokescreen. Oddly enough, they actually have PH01 for Smokescreen, even though he was the latest released one. I actually thought he would be PH03, but anyway, it's their numbering. So this is going to be a quick review as well as a quick installation tutorial. Okay, so just to get started, as always, let's go through the packaging. So the packaging is quite nice. It's on a card. As you can see, there's a really nice image of Smokescreen here, and they have Prowl and Streak as well. It's in this nice, I guess, kind of G1-ish with the grid lines package and design. You see the two hands here. You get some extra screws for each. You don't need these, but they add them as a bonus, and then you get this really super tiny Phillips head screwdriver. And there's no instructions except paper instructions. The instructions are actually on the back, and very simple. I'll show them to you again when we start going through it. And that's really it. I do like the packaging, but I really don't like this style of packaging in general, just because as a collector I like to be able to seal my stuff back up, and with these are all glued on. You have to tear them open and they look kind of ugly, so it's not really good for display purposes or for just collecting in general, I think. But very nice nice presentation. And it's the same here. I'll just show you the pictures of each of these guys very quickly. Okay, and just because he was the first to come out, I'm going to use Prowl as our guinea pig. Also, the reason why is, while my Prowl holds his hand quite well in the one hand, in the other, oh, actually, he does hold it straight. It must be my Streak. One of my Dachshunds doesn't hold his gun very straight in one hand, so I actually have to position them in such a way that pose them in such a way that they have to use the one hand that they can actually hold the gun straight in. I guess that's not the case with Prowl here, but it is with some of the other molds, and it's a pretty well-known common problem. So it's not just me. I don't know why he's not standing straight. It's not just me, and again, I'm using him just because he was the first Dachshund to come out, so I think he really deserves the new hands first. He's been waiting the longest, right? All right, so let me just open this guy up. I really like articulated hands. I really wish all of the Masterpiece had articulated hands. I know I'm currently waiting on the articulated hands for Masterpiece MP10 Optimus, or Convoy, if you want to call them that. So I'm waiting on those. I want to see how these compare. And I'll do a video on the Masterpiece hands once they come out. I also just wanted to give a quick shout out to Lunar Toy Store. They're the ones that I bought this from. They're not sponsoring this or anything like this. I just paid. I just paid with them. Bought with them just because they were the earliest to really get these, and they had the best price for all three. So just to show off some articulation, you have a ball. All the digits connect to the hand by a ball joint, and then each have a lot of articulation. So there's articulation at the thumb here, 1, 2, 3 points of articulation there, not including the ball joint. If you do the ball joint, that's 4, and I'm sorry, 3. So let me think. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. No, yeah. So there's 4 on the thumb. Can't tell if there's 4 or just. It looks like only 3 on each of the fingers. So the ball joint and then the 2 knuckles. So the thumb actually has the most. Very impressive. I like that. The thumb is usually the one that gets neglected the most. So I like that they didn't do that this time. So here's the hands. The back, I like the little detail in the back. Just a little side-by-side comparison with the original. Actually, I'll do it with this hand just so you can see a size comparison. As you can see, it's a little bit bigger. As far as the finger length, finger size, they're a bit bigger. They might be about the same size if, since these are kind of curved, can't really tell. They might be a little bit longer. And as far as the thumb goes, it's a little bit longer. So let's see. As far as instructions go, like I said, the back tells you just have to go ahead and unscrew these 2 screws here with the Phillips head. I'm not going to use the provided one because I've had too many times when screw heads get stripped just from not using a really good screwdriver. So I'm using my set here. Just going to plug that in. Oh, that's really tight. So let's see. Especially with particularly tight joints, make sure you're using a good screwdriver. I actually should have used one that has a slightly bigger head, because that's just the best practice when using screwdriver bits. That people tend to use bits that are too small. I'm making that mistake here as well. So for next time, I'll do better. So then you just split them down the middle here. And that's it. So you have these 2 halves. Sorry that this might be a little difficult to see with my black background. And this just pulls out because it has a little slot here. Alright, let's slide this in. Actually, I should slide it like this. Go in like that. I'm just going to go ahead and use the same screws that came out of the arms. The screws they provide are the same size, and I heard that they're hardened, so less chance of stripping them. Ooh, okay. I might have just stripped that one a little bit from being overzealous with my tightening, going a little too far. Okay, and that's it. That really just took less than a minute to do, I think. So let's take a look at the hands up close. And look at this articulation. It's really nice. All the joints seem very tight. You still have wrist articulation that you can go around, turn, get 1 finger out. You can do 2, and again, because these are on ball joints, you can actually spread them out a bit to do the peace sign or V for victory. The European way of counting the 3, or the German way. as far as Inglorious Bastards say. Spread them out. And I'm messing with these, and I mean, I feel a little concerned about the ball joints, but they're in there pretty tight. And I'm pushing back on these just to see. As you can see, they're already bent back quite a bit. You can push on them pretty hard and not budging. The Soundwave and MP10 fingers, which are notorious for popping out, would definitely have fallen out with this much pressure. So you can start seeing it go now. I'm not going to push it all the way out, but you got to put a decent amount of pressure before they start popping out. So you probably won't do it by accident. Yeah, I like that because you can get really expressive with these. You know, if you want to do a pinky promise. Alright, and let's see if he can hold the gun, which I know he can because the reviews, pictorials that we've seen before, so it has the same kind of slot. Let's see if he holds it straight. There we go. Go straight in. No need to even mess with these fingers. Oh, sorry. That's my fault. Fingers are a little longer than I expected, so they got caught on that one piece, but you can wrap these around, get it nice and tight. Nice. You can have it still a little bit like a trigger finger if you want that displayed. Yeah, so very nice. You get, oops, that was my fault again. Hit the tip of it. So you still get the nice posability. And again, I like that little detail on the back of the hand. That just adds a little bit of personality to the hands. This one looks kind of boring. And you can see that they're individually articulated as opposed to this one, which has that weird kind of joint there with the pin. So overall, I like these. I like these very much. I'm not gonna bother you guys with attaching all of them to each of the figures, but this should give you an idea. Actually, let me do a quick cut and I'll put the other one on here and see if we can do some interesting poses with both articulate hands together. So give me a second. Alright everyone, sorry for the wait. So I got them both on Prowl, and I'm having him do kind of like I want to see if I could get his fingers interlocked, if you can spread them out enough, and you can kind of do it. You can kind of get it going. I'm doing it in this weird position just because the big car hood chest makes it difficult to get Prowls or any of the Dotson's hands pretty close together. You can kind of get the interlocked. I mean, close enough. Definitely more than you could have done otherwise. The other thing that I went to grab really quick was the Matrix, because I wanted to see if he could grab this. And his fingers are pretty big. I'm gonna see if I can get maybe 2 or 3 of them to curve in here. 3 might be too big. Alright, well let's try 2. Try to get him to hold it up like this. And they can definitely curve around enough to get in here. It's just a matter of getting it all positioned. Yeah, so you can hold it. Again, I think a lot of the problems I'm having is really just because of the fact that Prowl's chest is just so big. And not the fault of these fingers. And you can get them interlocked. I mean, this is not great, but I didn't want to hold you guys up all day while I fiddled around with this. So yeah, very cool fingers. I did have this one pinky pop out of the joint for a second, and I popped it right back in, and since then it hasn't popped out. I think it might have just been loose initially, but now it's like a trooper. That's good. I'll take a quick cut and transform this guy into alt mode, just so you can see that it does store in alt mode and it doesn't cause any problems. Okay, so let's just do a quick jump again. Okay, and we're back one more time to show that this guy, trying to get in focus here, that these hands do fold up nice and neatly, and you don't have to take them off for transformation or anything like that. They just fit nice, just like the original hands. Okay. And the very last thing that I'll do for this review is to put these on Masterpiece Hot Rod or Rodimus, because they do work on him, or so they say, and we've seen pictures, but I thought I'd go ahead, since I do have Hot Rod, I don't have Rodimus, I'd go ahead and throw some of those on him just to show you what's possible. Okay? One last cut. Okay everyone, we're back one last time, and here is Streak's hand kind of fit into Rodimus's. I say kind of because here, let me show you Rodimus's original hand, and this is his original hand. Can I get zoomed in? Come on. It's not wanting to focus. There we go. Nope. It's being super annoying. So the peg is actually on here a little bit both thicker and wider on the PH hands, Fan Style PH hands, than this. So you can kind of squeeze it in here, but you can see I didn't close mine all the way for fear that I might do some damage, because if I'm gonna put the other ones in, I don't want them to be loose. So the original hands in, I don't want them to be loose, so I didn't want to go crazy, but they do fit, sort of. Obviously, if you were going to do this as like a permanent solution, you'd probably want to shape them down a bit or sand them down a bit so that they fit in properly. So this Streak hand, his thumb is a little, oh well, actually it's fine now. It was a little bit, oh there we go, so it's a little bit loose. You can just throw some future polish in there and get that one thumb tightened up a bit. Yeah, the other one's completely fine. So there you have it, folks. That is a review of the PH01, 02, and 03 hands from Fan Style for the Masterpiece Datsuns. If you have any questions, comments, or if I missed anything, let me know in the comments section, and I'll try to get back to you and answer any of those. Okay? And I wanted to announce the giveaway winners from the small contest I was having for the Loot Crate items that I reviewed last month. So there were 4 prizes in total, going out to 4 winners. You were able to enter the contest if you were a subscriber or commented on the Loot Crate review video. So it was very easy because I don't have a lot of subscribers yet, and I don't have a lot of people commenting on my videos. So there were only about 20 entrants. The first winner won the Hex Bug, and that goes to Aiden Parisho. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but if I'm not, just let me know and I can correct it later. So he won the Crosshairs Nano Hex Bug. The second winner won the MLG access code. I can't show the back of it because that actually shows the code, but that was for the Game Battles access code 1 month, and the winner for that was Jared Weber. The third winner was Anthony Lee, and what he won was the other MLG code, which was for the Loot Crate exclusive badge for MLG. Okay, and the last winner was Sarge133, and he won the MLG wristband and team stickers, MLG team sticker set. So that's the fourth winner. I've already contacted everyone via YouTube message. The MLG code winners, I sent that to them already, the code, so, as well as how to redeem that in that message. The Hexbug will go out once I get Aiden's mailing address. If he doesn't happen to be somebody in the US, I will be giving that out to someone else. So you may still win this if he either declines or isn't a US resident. And same thing with the wristband and stickers. If Sarge133 either doesn't want it or doesn't live in the US, I will contact another winner. Alright? Well, thanks again everyone for watching the video and entering the contest. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I'm going to try to do a lot more since I'm going to have a lot more figures coming in soon. Okay? Thanks a lot and see you next time.